Hello, everybody. How are we doing this Sunday? Great vibes today. Okay, let's see. Are we live? Was testing it out earlier, and it didn't want to work on me, so hopefully we are. Come on, pop up, pop up, pop up. So I always have to wait. Ah, there it is. There I am. Okay. Hopefully, I'll give people time to file in here because I remember last week was a very successful session. We had, I believe, a peak of 7 live viewers on LinkedIn. So that was a big success for me because typically sessions like these before got sometimes 2 viewers, sometimes 1 viewer, maybe 3 viewers, but 7, that was my peak. So I was really happy to see that. That was a great sign of progress. And yeah, so we'll see how today's session goes. We already have 1 viewer on YouTube, I'm assuming. So great, awesome. Anyways, let's jump into it. So some personal developments. I have a new milestone. I probably will make a post about that. I haven't made a post in a while. And so, yeah, let me share this. Where is this? There. You see it? There we go. Yeah. So, like I said, a new milestone, which is 1,500 followers I crossed this week. So that is great. I'm grateful for that. Grateful for that. Thank you for everybody who is connected with me, is following me, is engaging with me, and yeah, thank you for making this happen. So on to 2,000 and beyond. Let's see how many live viewers do we have? Still one. It's like nobody's joining. Oh no, I'm alone now. Oh man, it might pop up eventually. Who knows? Anyways, so yeah, so 1,500 followers. That's a good one. And also my last weekly reflection, I wanted to see. I wanted to see. So 15 likes and a lot of comments. A lot of people were engaging. So please, feel if you're watching right now, pop something in the chat. I'll reply to it, address it, and everything. It makes the stream go by faster. And also, let me stop sharing. There we go. Okay. And also, forgot to mention that last time when everybody was watching. Missed out on a lot of money, probably. Who knows? No, I'm joking. Yeah. In the upper left corner, you can see I have a donation link. So if you enjoy what I do, enjoy my work, want to support me, feel free to donate. Be very happy if you did. If you don't, that's okay too. Okay. What else did I want to talk about? Other personal developments. Maybe let's just look in the calendar and then I remember everything. Still, I mentioned the platform Lunch Club last time. That still goes about the same way. It's a hit or miss. I did meet more people from there, fortunately, but also people skipped out on me for whatever reason. We have issues loading the event. Try again. Okay. I just check every once in a while because I don't want it to fall off, and that's it. Anyways, okay, good. We're still up. Oh yeah. So that's where I was. Oh, also yes. One more thing that was not so good this week was a lot of, I don't know, scheduling issues, I would call them. A lot of people had to reschedule meetings. There was also an event that I was supposed to be attending. It's called Storytelling for Solopreneurs by Mike McQuillan, world class speaking coach. If you don't know about it, check out his profile. He's a very good guy. He's very funny. He teaches you everything. So he was supposed to be hosting this Thursday, but apparently the event went bad. And for me, it showed up. It was at 7 p.m. Central when it started at 6 p.m. Central. So I literally arrived an hour late. And he was like, "Oh yeah, you arrived an hour late." I was like, "Oh, cool." But he said that it was a quote train wreck, anyways, and so he was going to do it next Thursday, which I'm signed up for already. This time for the correct time at 6 p.m. So check out his event. Should be fun. It's gonna be fun, and I know that because it's just a very good event. All right. What else? What else? There are no comments filing in, and I don't like when that happens because I just like to engage with comments. But we'll see. We will see. Okay. So yeah, pretty busy last week. Got back. It was first week back from spring break. I mean, I never understand. People are like, "Oh, I need to, I need to set." What was the word? Settle in or settle back in. Yeah, get back into the rhythm or whatever. I'm like, you're gone for a little over a week and you already need to like readjust again. I don't know. I felt that was kind of interesting. You got 2 viewers now. I'm assuming on YouTube. It's awesome. Welcome to that second viewer who just joined. What else? On LinkedIn, still nothing. Wow, that's interesting. To think that it was yeah, like I said, seven live viewers last time, and a lot of people commenting, a lot of people engaging. Now, not so much. So, to the 2 viewers who are on YouTube, I don't know who you are, but put some comments in the chat, put some questions about I mean, whatever you want, pretty much. I like to talk about AI and technology and video production. So anything that interests you from those topics, then if you have a question about it, just let me know. And then on to the topic of, I would just put it as and let me actually search this up. If I'm right. Yeah, the dead internet theory. I'll actually share this because Wikipedia share. There. It's literally they say it's a conspiracy theory. It's a coordinated and intentional effort. I don't know if it's a coordinated and intentional effort, but it is bot activity and automatically generated content. Okay. I mean, and it's literally like the whole component is bots talking to bots and nothing else. That's it. No humans, no nothing, just bots and bots. Or, bots presenting as humans, right? Human profiles, human everything, but it's actually just bots. So I don't know if it's necessarily, proponents of the theory believe these social bots were created intentionally to help manipulate algorithms and boost search results in order to manipulate consumers. I don't know how this is a conspiracy theory. I thought it was just accepted fact at this point that there is a lot of bot activity everywhere. Especially, for example, on Twitter, they had a big problem with that. That's why basically what they were talking about is Musk overpaid for Twitter because a huge part. Oh yeah, there we go. My dad is finally in the chat. You missed the start. How dare you? Yeah, my dad had an event yesterday as well. I didn't watch it, so touche. Yeah. So like I said, bots, bots upon bots. Where was I? Yeah. So Musk overpaid for Twitter because the platform was just full of bot activity, and nobody told them. It was just they showed him, oh, this is how many users we have, yada yada yada, and they only went off the metrics. But when Musk bought it, took it over, looked into the data and stuff like that, then he realized that a lot of that activity came from bots, and so that's why there's so many anti-bot tactics, right? At this point, like out there, the whole system of captcha, right? That's, I mean, yeah, what's it called? That whole thing kind of plays into this, but I think combined, this is just true. There's not even like a theory anymore, especially with the rise of AI and stuff like that. Like I understand, it was 2021. Yeah, I mean, Dead internet theory. Yeah, it's true. And that was in 2021, so somebody pretty much predated ChatGPT, which came out in 2022, and that's why really people just started using bots, botting literally everything. And yeah, what else? So, do I want to close this? I don't know if I want to. In any case, I'll turn it back to LinkedIn. This exact thing is happening right now on LinkedIn. Again, like I always made a promise, I'm not going to call out any names or anything on here because I don't do that. But there are actual human users, human profiles that use a lot of AI. And yeah, I've just noticed that like yesterday. And you can completely tell at this point that it's AI, right? A lot of people can, especially I do. I don't want to boast, but yeah, I've been using ChatGPT for about 2.5 years. Great to be here. Hashtag Dr. GPT. Welcome, Harvey. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for commenting. And if you find something interesting in what I say, feel free to let me know in the comments. I'll definitely talk about it, address it. So yeah, thank you for telling me that. And so yeah, so a lot of people use just ChatGPT, and it is very evident. Okay, it's like, oh, let's I don't know what was the last one that I saw. My dad had actually sent it to me, and I'll check this screenshot now. Sorry, bots. Oh gosh, yeah, hang on. There we go. Ta-da! Bots have been around for as long as the internet. Think war games. Yeah, absolutely. So, gosh, notification. There we go. Yeah, so absolutely. I mean, like bots have always pretty much been a big part of the internet, right? Not only the internet, but even before the internet, in the 80s and everything. So it is like obviously, if they were around then, their numbers must have increased because the size, the scale of the internet has increased exponentially, right? So 1983, yeah, bots, 1983. That was not. Was it? Was it or was it not? I don't think there was internet, right? Pretty much none. Uh, it was just very basic stuff. Like you had a dial-up connection and everything, yeah, but it was it was not like in the form you have today, right? So it was not Google, definitely not. Here, oh yeah, it was like building meaningful connections in the digital age. Building a strong network is more crucial than ever. It's not just about who you know, but how well you know them. True success in network building comes from fostering deep, meaningful connections that go beyond surface level interactions. And then the power of authentic relationships, mutual growth, and a little light bulb, strategies for building authentic connections. Be genuine, show appreciation, stay engaged. Very, very, very just um broad tactics. No, it was all phone line dial up peer to peer. Yeah, so it was not an internet in this sense. So yeah, so that's actually that's insane, and that to think that bots have been around since then. Yeah, 1983. Wow. In any case, so yeah, so you can definitely tell which content is and isn't AI generated. That one definitely is, and or if you go on LinkedIn, scroll through a couple posts, you check the comments, you can just see the the fakeness in some of them. It's like it's typically going to be a sentence like, "Oh yeah, thank you for sharing," and then whatever. What do you think of this one specific thing in your text relating to your industry or like the future of it or something like that? It's pretty much always like that. So that's hilarious. Let me like all of these. Here we go. I did not even realize Harvey Castro. Awesome. Yeah, that is awesome. Yeah. So, um, yeah. Thank you for joining, everybody. Still 2 viewers on YouTube. Wow. Okay. Oh gosh. Here we go. Let's go with the tech talk. by my dad, as always. You dial up a BBS directly, bulletin board system. But yes, bots did that on their own as well. So were there, just a question before I continue, were there also, for example, like today would be called, I think, macros, like, just an automatic like process, uh for example, like when I remember, like when the first worms came out on the internet, it was like, well, I don't remember that, but I've seen videos about it and everything. But when they came out, right, they infiltrated everybody's computer, and then basically those bots would send, uh, when they wanted to take a site down, they would send a lot of pings and signals and connection requests, and it would they would basically overload the site, which would take it down. So did it work like that even back then, or because I don't know when the first worm um, came out. So yeah, so that's interesting. Anyways, well, what else? What else? What else? We're halfway through, and unfortunately, only my dad is currently engaging in the comments. It's like this. Like, I have a kind of a plan in mind. I don't always plan these events. These just kind of go. They come and they go. But when I'm in the rhythm of talking with nobody engaging in the comments, I just talk. But then when somebody starts engaging, I start engaging only with the comments, and I kind of phase out my talking, stuff like that. Oh gosh, okay. They're called scripts. Oh gosh, that's a long one. Scripts. Yes, they were auto exec scripts. You give someone a floppy disk with an auto exec script as soon as he puts it into his floppy drive and launched. Right. Okay. What does this mean? Elaborate. Huh? What does that mean? In any case, what did I want to say? Well, at least thank you to the engagement from my dad. He's here as always. He's always a steady viewer, steady onlooker, and of course, Witkowy Postřeje, also in the on YouTube, watching from YouTube. So the second viewer is probably, maybe, potentially my mom. I don't know. Whole family has come together. Who knows? Anyways, so what else? Unfortunately, only my dad. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. What else? What else? What else? So yeah, a lot of automation. Too much. Too much. Too much. Too much. So the dead internet theory is, I don't think, uh, it's no longer a theory in my opinion. It's true. I mean, it's not a conspiracy theory. Absolutely not. I don't think. We got 3 live viewers on LinkedIn. Awesome. Welcome to that third viewer. Announce yourself in the comments, please. No, I'm joking. If you don't want to, that's okay. But I do. It would be nice if a person could engage, and they're right after I said that, they left. Oof. Tough crowd today. Oh well. Oh well. Interesting. Yeah, and I'm not saying, like, using automation is necessarily wrong, and I've said this a lot of times on my streams and in my videos and everywhere. But if you use it as a complete replacement for whatever it is you do, then it's worthless. It just becomes worthless. So yeah, that's my honest take on it. It's a good facilitator. It's a good assistant, but it'll pretty much never truly replace human original thought, the humanness of um, text, or whatever it does, images and stuff like that. So even if it gets completely, like, the best it'll be, the best it can get, like, for example, it creates impeccable images, it'll always be that. Oh, said I need to run. Nice. Okay, no problem, Harvey. Thank you for watching for a little bit, and thank you for sharing that post. I'm not sure, actually, we can explore that post on stream. That he just left a link for the post in the chat. So let's see what it is. Countdown to TEDx about. Okay, it's just an event announcement. Awesome. Now here's something. Share this. I'll give him a promotion here. Why? Because I can. Doesn't matter. Anyways, there's a very interesting topic that I highlighted. Hang on. There we go. That's the one. Healthcare and AI. Now that's a very interesting topic. Because I remember I made a video. It was when it came to, for example, insurance, or hang on, I think a couple of hospitals used AI to determine their patients. I don't know what would you call it, like their probability of survival or something like that, or their like quote unquote viability. And the AI would always just mess up. It would hallucinate a lot. And unironically, like they actually did use it, and it was this one big insurance company. It was called Cigna, Cigna, or Cigna. I don't know, whatever. That company, they used AI to evaluate patients' cases and all of that. And the AI just, I guess, went rogue, went nuts. I don't know, but it just rejected. It started rejecting like every single case it got. So it could be a man with cancer, a child with a cough, whatever, right? And it would just reject, reject, reject. Probably because of hallucination, and that's why I'm saying there always will have to be a human oversight, because I've said this so many times. I keep repeating myself like a broken record, but it needs to be said. AI will always hallucinate. It might be minimized eventually, like it gets watered down, but it'll definitely always hallucinate. And because what data does it train on? It trains on data, or typically texts and data sets made by humans. And what are humans? They make mistakes. So there's that inherent humanness to it. What did I get? I got a message on LinkedIn. What's going on? Harvey Castro. Yes, I know. I am well aware. Okay. Yeah, thank you. And what else? Oh yeah, here. Gosh, sorry, I just got confused. Anyways, let me actually try and find the video, because I know. Oh, how did I grow to 676 subscribers? That's a surprising number on YouTube, because I know that some people that I met with subscribed to me, but it went up by 4 subscribers when I met with only like 2 people. So yeah, that's good. More growth, more unexpected growth, because I haven't been active on YouTube recently, and I'm very pissed off at myself because of that as well. Let's see. Ways reach your price. I remember it was when I was doing a video back in 2023 in a hotel room. That was funny. Blah 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 blah. Oh my. There's so actually, let me just scroll with this, because this is crazy to just witness. Okay. Yeah, here. So this is funny. It's just all of it. Like, yeah. I remember. I think these are still the videos where I don't talk as. Wait. Oh, this is me talking about Perplexity. Perplexity is now huge. When was this? I think it was like a year ago. Wow. Just to explore this. Oh, it's gonna be here soon. Cigna. I know it was. I think it's this one. Your health insurance may be in jeopardy. I think I remember. It's an interesting video. Let's watch it together, shall we? Let's watch. I might be a little cringy, but or I'll cringe at myself, but that's okay. Most important is the content. Still got 500 views, as you can clearly see. So let's see. Moment of truth. And your health insurance might be in jeopardy because of AI. The health insurance giant Cigna has rejected 300,000 payment claims because of AI. 300,000 payment claims in just 2 months because the AI found more risks in the patients than a human reviewer would. And what do you think of AI rejecting your health insurance claim? Are you worried? Comment right here. Yeah, so pretty quick, but very true. Very, very true. 300,000 claims. Let me say again, 300,000 claims were rejected. Boom. Okay. That's I mean, on the scale of America, right? 320 million people. Might not sound huge, but 300,000 is pretty big. I don't know if there was ever a lawsuit because of that or whatever, or if they ever found it, because I don't think I ever followed up on it. There was no follow up, I don't think, in the news, but that's just crazy, right? Just outright rejected, and it could have been anybody. It could have been a kid in a car accident or something like that, or it could have been hell, your grandma, or something like that. It's just, yeah, it's surprising. I didn't realize it was at this scale. This scale. I'm sorry, I kind of just got taken away there. I thought it was a little less, but no, 300,000 is, yeah. My older self, my younger self in that video, did not stress that um, appropriately. I know if today, if that news came out today, I would be, yeah, that would be way different. I would be like 300,000, 300,000. You hear that? And that could have been anybody. I think that video. I think if I made it today, that video would have been or gotten way more views. But and there's a new comment. It can't be fixed. It's integrated in its algorithm. The only way to stop hallucinations of LLMs is to delete all of them and start over. And even then, like you delete them, but what data sets are you going to use? You're going to have to purge all the stuff, right? The faulty stuff from the data sets that causes hallucinations and all of that. So yeah, and I mean that'll take a long time, and AI will just be way more expensive and pointless. I mean, it's just text. Okay. Well, sometimes, yeah, sure, it can be images or videos, but that's still in its early stages. And I know they've been making good progress, but it's still, yeah, not there. In any case, yeah, so we might follow up on that. And what else? The only way to say, yeah, and that's true, yeah. So do the companies want to delete all AIs and just start over from scratch? Who knows? But I don't think they do, because that'll kill the majority of them. So yeah, so we'll have to deal with that for the time being. Well, no, not for the time being, forever. And also, yeah, so that's why I said, like, people ask me, like, because I'm aspiring to be a lawyer, and they were like, oh, you think AI will replace lawyers? And I actually also made a video about that. Let me try and find out. Maybe the last thing I have on here on stream. Oh geez, no, I have to scroll again. It was the first. It was actually not that old. Hang on. Lawyer, AI lawyer. Oh yeah, here. I know I made a video about that. Okay, let's share this one. Last one. Come on. Got 1 minute left. Hurry up. A completely useless AI lawyer. The rapper Praz of the hip-hop group Fugees was convicted of federal charges. Why? Well, his lawyer didn't know what to write for the closing arguments. And what do you do when you don't know what to write in closing arguments in a federal case? Well, go ask a large language model in which you have a financial stake, because that'll help. Well, it didn't. So the AI writes his closing arguments, but it makes several mistakes, including ignoring the prosecution's weaknesses and making frivolous arguments. Subscribe to my channel and tell me. So don't use AI as a lawyer or for, for your own lawyer. So yeah, just don't. It's going to end like that. Hallucinations. It doesn't know how to analyze properly sometimes. And it just tries to please Just tries to please. It's a people pleaser. I've said that before. It's a people pleaser. It just tries to please you. Whatever you want it to say, it will. Unless it's, well, it used to be like you could make it say whatever you wanted. Now there's a couple of guardrails, especially like, with just well-known facts. Be like, okay, no, it's actually this way. But when you get into the rhythm and when you start having a chat about it, then you can actually make it pretty much alter its entire argument. One last thing. No, they don't want to start over. Too much money involved, so they're focusing on mitigation at this point. Exactly. They will only, like I said, the AI. They said that a while back. I think the first time they said that was summer of 2023, and I think I also made a video about that. Yeah, the article came out. It was like, yeah, the developers of AI said, oh yeah, AI, it's always going to hallucinate. It might be minimized to hell, but nothing, just it'll always be there. In any case, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening. 31 minutes. Great. At least in the end, it became interesting. Yeah. And so, yeah, I'll be here again next week, same time. You already know it. And hopefully we get a little more viewership. It was still good. I'll put it that way. And it was still definitely good. And I enjoyed interacting with those in the comments and talking about that stuff, because it is, yeah. How did Neville Chamberlain said it? It's a piece of our time. When he came back from Czechoslovakia, yeah. Historical references, it was appeasement, yeah. So that now it's, oh yeah, peace for our time. Yeah, so now it's unfortunately it's only AI for our time. Yeah. Also, this one last thing I'll address. I addressed that at the beginning of the stream where you weren't. That might be a problem. Well, it's part of, yeah, right, totally. I didn't even address that, and I'm not going to address that. You address that. If you want to know what this is referencing to, you can check out my dad's stream from last night, and it's right at the beginning, actually, where he addresses why I wasn't in that stream last night. In any case, like I said, thank you for watching, and I will have a blessed rest of your Sunday, and I will see you. I'm trying to end. Okay, stop following up. Okay, thank you. Have a blessed rest of your Sunday. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week. Have a great day. Bye.